Hello guys, SUW here as your average consumer. It was an exciting weekend. Yeezy season started again and the Yeezy dropped worldwide on September 24th for the model Yeezy Boost 350 V2s in the colorway named as the Beluga. I tried entering raffles in most retailers that were close to me, including Foot Lockers, Champs, the Adidas Original Store, and many more local sneaker boutiques around Toronto, Canada. It was already the Sunday where I was handed the huge L as no emails or phone calls were handed to me on the Friday and Saturday. The latter was the day it went for sale. Online in Canada, only 4 places were available. I was never able to go past the splash page of Adidas Canada, so I basically took the L looking at the spinning loading screen for that hour. Then on the Sunday, I was finishing up one of my videos and then checked my email late at night, and suddenly, all hope was not lost. A local sneaker boutique at Toronto called Haven sent me an email. I flipped out, read the content, and basically told me I was selected for the raffle to get a pair of the Yeezy Belugas. That L turned into a mad W. Most of you already know, but for those who don't, the Yeezy Boost line were created by Adidas with recording artist, songwriter, record producer, and recently turned fashion designer Mr. Kanye West. Since his partnership with Adidas in 2015, several different Yeezy models were launched for the general public to purchase. One of the more popular being the Yeezy Boost 750 line, which is a mid-top sneaker featuring a full-length boosted sole made with mainly suede and leather above the sole. And then recently in the summer of 2016, an upgraded version of the 750s were launched with a gum sole that glows in the dark. The other popular line were the Yeezy Boost 350s, which featured a low top cut constructed with Adidas top quality prime knit material and full-length boosted sole as well. These were retailed at least $150 cheaper than the 750s, which made a lot more people open-minded to buying a pair. As of this video's upload, a total of 4 colorways were available for the version 1 350s. They included the Turtle Doves, the Pirate Black, the Moon Rots, and also the Oxford Tans. Now on September 24th of 2016, Adidas and Kanye has dropped the upgraded version of the 350s, named as the Yeezy Boost 350 V2s, version 2s, in the Beluga colorway. These are my first Yeezys and I was able to buy them at retail price, and even though rumors has it that there were more pairs available this time around, it was still so difficult to get because the demand outweighs the supply so much. So a huge shout out to Haven Toronto for getting me a surprise W late Sunday night. A closer look at these V2 Yeezys 350s, man aren't they an art piece. This was my first reaction literally. Lots of people like them, lots of people hate them. This sneaker is literally like one of those outrageous paintings in a museum you see that gets you thinking, how are they getting sold for such an expensive amount, or even question the style of it? This is why I think what makes the sneaker that much special. They continue to make the whole shoe out of prime knit, which is Adidas' top of the line knitting technology and material, famous for its breathability, stretchiness, and lightweightedness. However, this sneaker isn't just some simple prime knitted shoe with two-tone grays. They included the solar red knitting within the pattern as well. So whenever you see a small gap between the knit, you will also see a faint color of solar red popping out. Very intricate detailing, giving the sneaker that subtle glimmer. However, the most deliberate hit to the sneaker has to be given to the solar red stripe swiping across the lateral side of the shoe. Interestingly enough, the color in real life I say is comparable to the color of the infrared 6s. It's not orange nor red, but a mix of both colors to create that highlighter orangey red color. On the stripe, you will see the letters SPLY-350, all smoothly knitted and designed out on the original piece of prime knit. So it's definitely not simply just iron on like a basic patch or knitting a new fabric on the prime knit to spell out the characters. On the medial side of the 350 Belugas, you will see some more of the wavy strokes to create the illusion of a streamlined, skinny form. Right at the dead center of the shoe, you will see the iconic middle stitching running through the sneaker in a specific repeated pattern, found on the first Yeezy 350s as well, that feels like it's interlacing 2 pieces of fabric into one. Looking at the bottom of the shoe, they updated the 350 V2s with a rubbery, sticky, translucent outsole, reminding me of the same outsole found on the Adidas Crazy Explosives. This improved rubber outsole compared to the hard rubber that easily chipped on the version 1 350s should be a nice enhancement. Encased within this translucent outsole is the full-length boost, which you can somewhat see at the sides and also at the bottom peeping out the holes where they can be expanded. You can see the 3 stripes knit pattern on the boost technology as well. At the heel area of the outsole, you will see the words Boost engraved into the rubber, while at the tip of the outsole, the word Adidas for that subtle branding. The overall structure of this different sole design on the version 2 350 looks way more aggressive, and on the medial side, you can see the midsole encasing the feet quite high up on the midfoot area. On the top view looking down on the Yeezys, you can see like an hourglass silhouette design for the sneaker, where the forefoot seems wide, midfoot slimmer down, and the heel area wide again. The tongue design on these Yeezys looks similar to the recent X-Star 1 NMDs and the more widely available tubulars, so I guess that's where the inspirations came from, but the shape of the tongue seems less round and more sleek and angular. Looking at the inside heel area of the sneaker, it's padded everywhere. It literally offers that extra reinforcement for your heel and ankle. The padding is very mushy and soft that feels like a cushion surrounding your heel. Oh yes, they also embedded the Adidas 3 stripes inside the back here as well for that low-key branding. Inside the shoe, you can see an insole available that can be taken out. Interesting to see the designs under the insole getting carried over from the version 1 350s. Under the insole of the shoe is what we usually see as the insole on the NMDs, so this is literally Adidas telling us that there should be insoles for the NMDs, but they ain't giving it to us. Moving on, under the tongue and prime knits you will see patches of suede. It's there to basically give support and strength to prevent the lacing threaded through the delicate prime knit material from ripping the knit apart. You will also see a piece of thin synthetic fiber running parallel to the stitching dead center above the shoe, most likely to prevent those rougher stitching from rubbing against the dorsal area of our feet. Near the toe box and exactly on the forefoot area, there is an unexpected inner caging system under the prime knit as well, giving that additional support and structure under the prime knit part of the shoe. Something I found interesting is that inside the sneaker, the colorway was the inverse of what's showing outside. On the topic of prime knits, it's important to note that only the midfoot section of the Yeezys have the stretchy knit feel that we always feel on the prime knit NMDs or Ultra Boosts. Because of that extra padding at the back and the inner hidden caging system giving the prime knit that extra structure enclosing our feet, in return, it limits the extent of the prime knit from stretching too much. Also, the prime knit here does feel stiffer than the other prime knits found on the UBs and NMDs. Maybe it's because of this braided knitting style of the version 2 350s. In terms of the overall shape of these upgraded 350s, in my opinion it offers a more aggressive and sleek cut than the original model. The version 2's tongue and heel does look higher than the version 1's, and I think overall wins the better shape for it. But the silhouette, especially the streak of paint splash, might need some time to get used to for many people. The outsole looks way more masculine and the narrow toe box adds that sharper appearance, enhancing that aggressive look. I'm pretty sure if you look at the version 1 350s now, you will consider those as a little cute baby brother of this version 2 350s. Anyways, here are some Yeezy 350 V2 fit footages. Fit wise, I'm telling you right now to either go true to size if you have narrow feet and for sure at least half size up for wide feet. Basically choose your Ultra Boost fit. I feel like if you like that looser fit, don't hesitate to go another half size up. The inner cage at the forefoot will constrict your feet and the toe box does fit narrow. Comfort wise, man was I surprised. I don't have the version 1 350s to compare to that model, but the boosts on these feel way nicer than I originally had thought. You can actually feel the boost on these Yeezys at the forefront, midfoot, and heel. I didn't think they would be this comfortable because I thought the outsole encasing the boost will prevent them from expanding too much, but I was very surprised at the feel of the boost. Boost wise, they are way more comfortable than any of the NMDs I've worn. I will take it one step further and say they actually come close to the level of mushiness of the Ultra Boost. I can feel a little more boost at the forefoot of these Yeezys than the Ultra Boost to be honest, which was unexpected. However, again the toe box does run narrow on these Yeezy version 2 350s, so I feel like if you have wider feet like me, it won't be as free-forming as the Ultra Boost forefoot wise, which was something that you will feel as soon as you slip into them and might need to get used to under that hugging hidden cage. Price wise, they retail at $300 Canadian before tax, the most exclusive sneaker I've ever purchased so far. In my opinion, I think these should be priced at around $265 to $280 before tax. Fair to say either the same price as the previous Yeezy 350s, which was at $265 Canadian. But since this version 2 is an upgraded version of the version 1s, it's inevitable for the price raise. But because it is a hyped up collab and the sneaker itself has so many intricate detailed stitching, and basically it's Kanye West himself, you'll know it's going to cost a little more than it needs to be. Don't even get me started with the Pharrell Human Race NMDs, just go check their prices and you'll know what I mean. And since these 350 Belugas are the first colorways to drop, they'll hold some important significance in my opinion and the continuous upcoming Yeezy 350 version 2 line. Also, is it just me? Or does the Alpha Bounce look like the cousin of these version 2 Yeezys with the same sleek contour and tire marks? If these OG Alpha Bounces are compared to a fish, they would be sharks, and these Yeezy 350 V2s remind me of a crocodile. Adidas be completing the animal kingdom soon, I swear. As always, let me know in the comments if you caught a W or L for these Yeezy V2 Belugas, or if you weren't even interested in them and you want another colorway that will come out eventually. That's it for today, S2W signing off.